Hey, it's May, and in today's video I'm going to be giving you all the tips, tricks, and resources that I know about Palia. Now some of these tips will be for those of you who are just beginning the game, but later on in today's video I will be sharing some tips that will be for those of you who have been playing the game for a little bit now. And for those of you who are wondering what the heck Palia is, it is a free MMO game that is available on the PC, the Epic Game Store, the Nintendo Switch, and will be releasing to Steam later this month. So without further ado, let's get right into today's tips and tricks. First things first, you have just opened up the game for the first time and you are in the character creation phase of the game. In this part of the game, there are some important things to know. Most things about your character you will be able to change later in the game. However, there are a couple things that you will not be able to change later, such as your face shape, skin tone, eyes, and your voice. Other things like hairstyle, hair color, facial hair, and clothes you will be able to change later on. After creating your character, you'll move on to creating your character name. This is where it can get a little confusing when picking your character name. Make sure that you're entering the correct names in the correct places. For the character's full name, enter the name that will appear above your character and how your friends can search for you in the game later. This almost acts as a username of some sorts. The character's nickname, however, is what the villagers will call you in the game when speaking to you or in other in-game dialogue. Once you are done creating your character and such, you should now be in the game and ready to play. But you may be curious on how to start playing the game. If you are on the PC, you can hit your escape key, then go to settings, and then to control/keybinds. This is where you can find all the key bindings and shortcuts while playing. On the Switch, however, the keybinds are a bit different, but I will leave a link in the description with all of the game controls for both the PC and the Switch. The next tip that I have for you involves the tool wheel. To access the tool wheel and to switch between tools, you simply press R and then hover over with your mouse to the tool that you are wanting to use. If you want to put your tool away, you can simply press R again and this will put your tool back. If you do not like the placement of your tools in your tool wheel, you can change this. If you go to your player menu or press I on your PC, you can then see your tool wheel. Here you can click, hold, and drag a tool to your desired location within the tool wheel. If you're wanting to know how to use the tool in general, you can left click on your mouse on PC or press A on the Switch to start using your tool you have equipped. The next tip that I have for you is crafting recipes and where to get these recipes from. You can get recipes from a lot of places around Kilima. For furniture recipes, your primary place to get these is from Tish or in Tish's shop. When buying recipes from Tish, you only have to buy one recipe from a set. This will help you save a lot of money in the long run, trust me. Once you craft an item from that set, thought bubbles will appear above your character to learn another furniture item in that furniture set. You can keep crafting items until no more thought bubbles appear, and this is how you know that you have learned all the recipes in that furniture set. For food recipes, you'll be talking to Reth for most of these. A lot of recipes may be unlocked at first, but as you level up your skills, you will be able to unlock more and more recipes. Be sure that you talk to all of the villagers in Kilima, as you would be very surprised by what recipes you can get from who. Now that you've been playing the game for a while, you may be wondering, how the heck do I get more pocket/backpack space to carry more things on my adventures away from home? You can upgrade your backpack over in Zeki's shop to the left of the checkout counter. The first upgrade is only 500 coins, but with each upgrade after will be more expensive, the final upgrade being a total of 25,000 gold with a total of 40 spaces. If you haven't seen it already, there is a map, and the map can come in handy for a number of different reasons. If you press M on the PC, the map menu will pop up, and here you will be able to see NPC locations, quest locations, stable locations, and party member locations. You can also drop waypoints on the map to other locations that are not specified on the map by pressing the mouse wheel over the location you want to mark. You can then see this waypoint on the compass on the top of your screen after exiting the map menu. You can also mark NPC locations and other map locations to easily see them on your compass. Just follow your compass and it should lead you to where you need to go. Now, you may be wondering about adding friends, parties, and server syncing. If you press O on the PC, you'll be able to see your friends list and also be able to manage your friends and add friends from this menu. Also on this menu, you will see plus buttons and another cycle-like button next to your friends. The plus button is to add people to a party. You can have up to 4 players in a party, and these friends will show up on your map and compass as green dots. If you ever leave a part of the map and enter a different server, your party members will automatically sync to the new server with you. The server sync button adds the friend to the server with you, but if you leave the server, you will no longer be synced with that friend. And speaking of friends, you may be wondering how your friends can visit your plot in-game or how you can visit theirs. While you're at your plot, if you run toward the plot exit, you will see a blue billboard to the right. Here you can scroll through your friends that are currently online and visit them if they have their plots open. Now you may be wondering how to adjust who can come or can't visit your plot. While on your plot, if you press H, you can press the little person icon next to the drop-down menu that says Default Plot. And this will bring up a menu where you can adjust your plot privacy to open, closed, or just for friends. You can also add plot editors so your friends can help you decorate. In this menu, you can also change the name of your plot. Now you have a bunch of things and you may be wondering where you can store all of this stuff. You can craft wooden storage chests at a crafting station and place them anywhere on your plot. The more you have on your plot, the more storage space you will have. But be mindful that you can only have up to 10 wooden storage chests on your plot at any given time. You will also have the option later on to make locked storage chests. These items will be locked away and not used for crafting, cooking, or selling unless manually taken out of the chest. And speaking of selling items, you may be wondering what you can sell or should sell. At first, I would not personally worry about what to keep or not to keep. When I first started playing, I sold literally everything to make money, but later in game, there will be things that you may want to keep in order to complete bundles or for crafting or food recipes. To sell items, you can sell them in your shipping bin on your plot, or you can sell them directly to Ziki and Ziki's shop. Items sold in your shipping bin will be picked up twice a day at 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. in-game time, but if you need funds immediately, I recommend selling them directly to Ziki. And then speaking of money and currency, another form of currency in the game is called Renown. This you will gain while leveling up your skills, leveling up your friendship with the villagers, or completing quests. This can be spent either at the Phoenix or Dragon shrines to increase your focus, or you can also use your Renown in City Hall to purchase writs, which you can use to expand your plot, or to buy wallpapers and roof colors. Other than that, there's not much to do with the Renown, but be aware that Renown will cap at 1k, and you will not be able to accumulate more than that until you spend it. And now, speaking of focus in the game, you do have a focus bar to the top left of your screen. This bar does not have to be full. However, it will benefit you for it to be full in order to level up your skills faster. You can fill up this focus bar by eating food, which you can make on your campfire by grilling meat or mushrooms, or later in game you will unlock cooking recipes and crafting recipes in order to make better, more focus-fueled food. Now let's talk about friendship levels with the villagers. The more you talk and interact with the villagers, the more your friendship levels will increase. You can also unlock romance levels with certain villagers after level 3 of friendship. The more you talk to the villagers, the more quests you may unlock, town lore you will discover, and even special items you can unlock, such as their room keys or villager photos. You can also gift the villagers to increase your friendship levels, and if you don't know what to gift them in particular, you can ask them for their every want and desire. I'm just kidding, but if you forget what one of their weekly wants are, you can press the L button on the PC to bring up the Relationships tab and scroll to the villager in question and see what their weekly wants are. These weekly wants will only display after you ask them what their wants are. You may also be wondering about your tools. You can upgrade your tools once you reach specific skill levels based on that tool, but your tools will wear out and you will have to eventually repair them. You can repair them at Sifu's Forge for a price or craft repair kits to repair them yourself. If you have upgraded tools and do not repair them, they will not break, but they will downgrade to the level previous to that upgrade tool. Example, if you have an exquisite pickaxe and use it beyond repair, it will downgrade to a fine pickaxe. So repairing your tools will be an important part of your gameplay. Throughout the game, you may discover loot as well, including treasure chests and rummage piles. Treasure chests can be found scattered about Kilima and Bahari Bay, along with fishing. Rummage piles can be found in one different location in Kilima and Bahari Bay every 24 hours in real life time. I will leave links down in the description on where to find these treasure chests and where to find the daily rummage piles. Now, when finding loot, you may accumulate a ton of treasure chests that cannot be sold or really gotten rid of in any way, but you can use them as decor if you'd like, make a large treasure chest tower, or gift them to the game villagers. If you really don't want a certain item, they can be destroyed. While in your player menu, you can click and drag an item that you no longer want out of the menu, and then the game will promptly ask you if you would like to destroy this item. This is the best way that I have found to get rid of unsellable items that I just simply don't want anymore. Now, how in the world do you farm money in this game? Well, there's a ton of different ways to get money. It all just depends on what you want to spend your time on in the game. You can make money by farming and selling your crops, or turn your crops into preserves using preserve barrels and then selling those preserves. You can also go hunting and sell all the surnuk or choppa meat and skin that you collect. Another way you can make some decent cash is by fishing or catching bugs and then selling those fish and bugs. Another way that you can get some cash in this game, which is my personal favorite, is mining. While mining, not only are you collecting resources for crafting, but you can also discover gems, which in turn sell for a pretty penny or two. Again, it is all up to you what you like to do in the game. If you like fishing, then fish to your little heart's content. If you like mining, then go hit rocks until your knees drop. Another useful thing in the game is fast traveling. You can fast travel to your housing plot by pulling up the map in-game and pressing Return to Housing Plot up in the right-hand corner of the map. But be mindful that you can only utilize this button every 30 minutes in real-life time. So you will have to plan around when you utilize this tool. Another way you can fast travel is by utilizing the stables scattered throughout Kilima and Bahari Bay. Note that this will cost money to utilize these stables, and they will only take you to other stables around the map. So you'll have to travel around some more after traveling to the different stables, but it can get you pretty close to your destination. After playing for a little bit, you may be wondering whether or not you can place certain items like fish, bugs, or gems you have found. I will let you know that you cannot display these items unless they have a little gold star. These gold starred items can be placed around your home or plot freely to showcase all your hard work, or just to have a cute little aquarium or gem display. One of my last tips for you is streamer mode, sprint toggles, and fishing cast speed. This can all be accessed in the settings menu under the gameplay settings menu. If you scroll down, the first one that you will come across is your sprint toggle. Here you can toggle your sprint to either tap to sprint, which will allow you to sprint until you hit the button again, or stop movement entirely, or hold to sprint, which you'll have to hold the sprint button to sprint, and when the button is released, your character will then stop sprinting. Lastly, you can put it in toggle to sprint, which will keep your character sprinting until you press that button again. If you keep scrolling, you will find this little section that says mode. You can toggle this to be in normal or in streamer mode. In streamer mode, your username and other players' usernames will not be displayed. You can also have it in game chat toggle on or off in this setting if you would like to not see all the in-game chit chat and play the game freely by yourself. And then if you keep scrolling, the last thing that you will see is the fishing cast speed, where you can adjust the speed at which your fishing line will cast while fishing. This can be helpful if you think the line casts out too fast for you, or if you want to be more accurate with your fishing, like when trying to cast your line into the little fishing bubbles. Which, quick tip here, this is where you can get gold-starred fish. The last thing that I will give to you is all the resources for more information on Palia. I will leave you a resource map that you can use to find resources across the game. I will also give you the main wiki page that you can use just in case I left out anything in this video that you still have questions about. And I will give you the weekly once link for all the villagers, along with the quest help link if you get a little stuck on any quest while you're in gameplay. I will leave all of these links down in the description for you. I do believe that wraps up today's video. I hope these tips and tricks are useful to you in your Palia gameplay. And if you liked today's video, make sure that you hit the like button and the subscribe button to get more Palia content and more cozy game content. Also, if you ever want to catch me live playing Palia or other cozy games, you can catch me over on Twitch, where I am live 4 days a week. I do believe that wraps up everything. Until next time, bye-bye!